Hello, my name is Miss Rabalais, and welcome to a new school year here with Admentum. And I am one of the teachers for the Health and Physical Education Department, and our classes cover a wide range of classes. And I'm so glad you're my student. So, welcome to the Meet the Teacher, and I'm going to share a little bit about myself and give you some tips for success. So currently, I live in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. I am married with two kiddos. Marley is 5 years old and Asa is 2 years old. And this is my 11th year teaching health and PE. And it's going on fifth year teaching virtual, uh, virtual health and physical education. My favorite ways to move are walking, weightlifting, playing at the park, and playing with my kids. I love spending time with my family. We love taking road trips and watching funny YouTube videos and reading. So that's a little bit about me. This is my little family. This is Asa. He is 2. That's him at school. And this is my husband, Matthew, and my 5-year-old daughter, Marley. They went fishing over the summer and we actually went camping and she caught a lot of fish. So she was super excited about that. And this is my husband again, Matthew. We've been married for almost 10 years. And my little man, Asa, he loves to mow the grass. And this is a picture of my daughter Marley. We actually caught a praying mantis over summer, and so she was like super excited about that. So my role as your teacher is basically support and guidance. So for your classes, you're enrolled and you are going to be doing your work very independently. You are going to be working at your own pace. There are no mandatory Zooms or anything for you to go to for our particular classes. You may have that in other classes, but for health and PE classes, we do not have any mandatory Zooms as of now. And so, or lessons or anything like that, you completely log in independently and you work on your own. So my role is to support and guide you through your independent work. Okay. I also grade assignments depending on what they are. So we have a lot of computer graded courses where you just take a mastery test and it's automatically graded. We also have automatic graded tests, but there are assignments that you will have to submit in certain classes that will be graded by myself. And usually teachers have up to 72 hours to grade an assignment. So if you don't get a grade on it the same day or even 2 days, by that third day, it should be graded. I'm also here to help you with troubleshooting. And so if you run across an issue technology wise, or if you're having trouble logging into something, or if a quiz doesn't go right, or if, like there's an error or something, you just reach out to me and we're going to help figure it out. Or if you have trouble uploading assignments, we'll try to figure it out. I also will help you with I will also communicate with you and your family. So I will send out emails probably once a month, and I like to send out course messages that include like tips and tricks or other little updates. Sometimes I have to communicate if my kids are home from sick or homesick, and I have to like tend to them while I'm still trying to work. And I also send out monthly communications about grades as well. And then for number 5, I will also try to provide you with as much resources and tips as possible to make this experience easy for you to be able to work at your own pace and work independently. And I'm also here to answer questions. So anytime you have a question, please send me a course message or send me an email. You can send me a text message, and I'm happy to answer it as best as I can. So your role as my student is for you to log in daily or weekly to work on assignments. So you want to try to log in daily, but if you can't do that, it's not a big deal. If you would rather work on PE maybe like twice a week, that's fine too. Just log in at least once a week to try to stay on top of your assignments. I always tell my students it's easier to work ahead and get a lot done at the beginning of the semester than try to scramble and finish a lot at the end of the semester. So if you try to work consistently, it won't pile up on you. And it will, even health and PE classes, it can be a lot of work. So you want to stay on top of your assignments. You want to communicate all the questions. Don't let a question go unanswered because it will eventually build up and it could be a bigger problem later on. Like if you have a question about uploading assignments and you end up not uploading assignments all semester, that can turn into a real big problem. So please communicate regularly if you have questions. Try to read your emails and courseware messages if you can. I understand you're going to get a lot from other teachers, so just do your best. And then utilize the help resources and live help. So we are going to offer you our website for tons of information. There's a website for students to go to for help, and there's a website that I have created for my own particular classes that you can just log in, you can go to, and you can find help resources there. And we will also have a live help classroom for students to log in and ask questions with a live teacher. And that is Monday through Friday, normal daytime work hours. You can always pop into a Zoom and ask a teacher a question. So please utilize that resource. You also are required to complete monthly check-ins each month about your progress and always be respectful and kind with your communications, or if you're on Zoom with a teacher or a group of students, we always want to be respectful of each other. Okay. So like I said, for the monthly contact, you are expected and responsible for staying in contact with us. And usually if a student is doing great and has a great grade, I'll just send out one communication about that. And if you're doing awesome, if you're in the green, you have an A, B, C, you're doing great, you'll just hear from me probably once, maybe twice. But if your grade is a little bit in danger, or if you're not on the right track, I will send more communications to try to communicate with you and your family about your progress and how we can help get your grade up. Usually you can set out like a timer on your phone to reach out to me once a month to remind you. It could be a text message, a courseware message, a Zoom meeting, or a phone call. We prefer not to do emails just because we want like a more direct line of communication that we can go back and forth very easily to answer questions about your grade. And like I said, you can set a reminder on your phone and you can message me on the first of every month if you prefer that. Okay. So my top tips for success in my class is number one, please create a folder on your computer or desktop to save your work. Sometimes you'll work on assignments and if you submit them and for some reason they might come out blank on my end or I can't see them, you need to have a backup copy saved because this will save you a lot of trouble of having to do your assignments again. So please make a folder for all of your classes and save your work there. I promise you it will help you so much if you get into a bind and need to go get an assignment that and you don't have to work on them all over again. Number two is you want to create a work schedule for yourself. So in regular school, it's so easy to just wake up and go to school and you have a set schedule for the day and you know what you need to work on. At home, it is so much easier to get distracted. And so you're going to want to set a work schedule for yourself. And it doesn't matter what it is. If you want to work on math and reading on Mondays, and if you want to do PE and music on Tuesdays, that's fine. Or if you want to work for an hour on every subject every day, that's fine. And I know some of you have to work or you have other activities, and that's fine. You just find out what works for you. And I'm telling you, create a set schedule and stick to it as best as you can, because that will keep you on track. Number three is you want to learn how to download, save, and upload assignments for your particular computer. And this especially goes with Chromebooks. Chromebooks can sometimes not like our PE assignments. And so we have special tutorials on my teacher website to help you guide you through downloading, saving, and uploading those assignments. And so you need to reference, if you have a Chromebook, or even if your computer is just a little bit different and finicky, you need to be able to be sure that you're reviewing the tutorials of how to do that. And you're going to have to follow that tutorial every single time to upload your assignment correctly. Because sometimes they come out completely blank on our end and it looks like you didn't do the work, but it's just the Chromebook issue. And so you have to follow the steps correct correctly. So just be aware of that, and you'll have to just play around with your assignments in the beginning to try to figure it out. Number 4 is learn how to read teacher comments and feedback. So whenever teachers hand grade an assignment, there will always be a space for teacher comments and feedback. And so if we send an assignment back, or it has a low grade, or anything like that, you will always get feedback from the teacher on that assignment as to what you can correct, or if something is missing, or if something happened technology wise. You have to know how to read teacher comments. And so I do have a tutorial on my teacher website that explains where to find teacher comments. And otherwise, you might just want to click around and try to, you can just click around on your computer and you'll probably find it. Number 5 is try to read emails and courseware messages from your teachers. Like I said, communicate regularly and review any updates. And if you're confused or have questions, get it resolved as soon as possible, because I'm telling you, it can snowball into a bigger problem later on at the end of the semester. Okay. Other than that, you are free to work when you want. If your school requires you to log in for attendance, please do that to satisfy those attendance requirements. And I also have more information on my teacher orientation, which is located on my teacher website. So if you have a question, the best places to go are, number 1, if it involves technology, I might know the answer, but sometimes I don't know the answer, depending on if it's a computer question or something that relates to the computers that were issued from your school. So you may want to directly contact tech support. So these are the phone numbers for tech support. There's also an email that you can email them. So if you have a technology question, it's always best to try to reach out to tech support first. If you need help with an assignment or tutorial issues or some technology issues, you can go directly to my website first. I always encourage students to go there first to find a help tutorial or information. And then if you absolutely cannot figure it out, then you can reach out to me. And then thirdly, if you need to contact someone about specific questions about your school, your end dates, school holidays, stuff like that, you need to go directly to the school that you're enrolled with and talk to any coaches, mentors, guidance counselors. Like if you have questions about school credits, all of that, that is completely up to the school. That is not our department. So then my teacher website, I have a teacher website, and then the Ed Options Academy website is also available. Let me give you a quick tour. So this was what my teacher website looks like, and you can review it here. It has lots of information about my office hours, where to go if you need help. I also have a getting started button here that you can go to as soon as you get started. Have orientation videos and tutorials on how to get started in your course. I also, if you go under courses, you can find your course here and get course help, or and have lots of tips and tutorials there. And I also have help tutorials here. This is a big one that you'll want to reference all the time, where you can go and you can find help tutorials to help you with your technology issues, to help you with uploading assignments, how to work through your course, how to read your lessons, how to find teacher feedback. All of it is here under help tutorials. So you will want to bookmark my link to my teacher website. Then there's also the Ed Options Academy website, which offers a similar help resource. They have a, like if you go to, let's see, 6 through 12 and you click on health and PE, you can also find course help materials here. And you can just click on the course by link and you'll have help materials here. And let's see. Also, okay. So here you go. Yeah, and then there are other helpful resources here on this website also. So you have 2 great resources. And like I said, you can also go to Live Help and Live Help will connect you with a teacher and you can ask questions there. So that is a little bit about me and getting started. And if you ever have any questions, you can text me or call me at 507-291-8484. That is my Google Voice number. And you can also email me. This is my email, or we can set up a one-on-one Zoom and we can connect together and we can share screens if need be. So I'm so glad you're here in my class. And if you have any questions at all, please reach out.